on the PlayStation was a very enjoyable Spidey adventure for me. Though linear, it was a fun feel for the cartoon series that was kind of out before it, but kind of followed. You know what I mean. It was for the TV show, basically. All the fans wanted to play Spidey from the TV show, and we were kids back then, or at least I was. That's what I want to play. The cheesy lines from Spidey were there, the fun villains to take down were in the game, and decent combat for its time. Decent web slinging for its time, and it had all the elements that a Spidey fan would enjoy, whether they watch the cartoon or... You heard that? Anyway, it had all the elements that a Spidey fan would enjoy, whether they read the comics or watched the TV show. Sure, there's some missions that were just handled pretty horrible at points, and the web crawling was pretty crappy, and the combat got stale after a while. But at the time, it was a well-crafted action game, and definitely any fan of Spider-Man probably loved it and ate that shit up like some crackers. You know what I'm talking about, like the crackers everybody loves.
Just walked away. You were the first to say that we were not okay.
Spider-Man 2 came in at number 4, and now this might be on a lot of people's lists as number 1. However, besides the great web slinging, the game was riddled with problems and such boring fucking missions at points. And kind of ugly graphics, though probably back then they were really good, but for me, they never seemed to be that great, and there were glitches in the game. Now, saying that, though, the swinging made you feel like Spider-Man for once, and that was great. Going around the city swinging like you never did it before. It was so cool. You're like, shoo, shoo, shoo. You're like, oh, building, oh shit, oh wait, I can swing. Oh my god, you could put a web behind your back, whoosh, and just fly off the building. It was awesome, and that was great. Going around the city and swinging never got boring, really. I'd also like to mention that the combat at the time was pretty cool, and you had this cool dodge system, which everybody's like, Batman, Spider-Man's copying Batman. No, my friends, Batman came first. Jizz all over your face because you're wrong. So while it did have problems, it was still one of the first unique Spider-Man games at the time.
So we killed the beat, and it's tragic.
I feel you, dog. We backing down, no, hell no. It's a cold world, but we heating it up, you know. It's funny, back then you said Spider-Man comes in at number 3, and it was really hard for me to place this one. The feel of Spider-Man has never been better, in my opinion. The moves, the look of the camera, and the fun as heck combat definitely nailed the feeling of Spider-Man, and the city was a lot of fun to explore. The missions, however, could have used a lot of work at points, and the story, well, it was hardly amazing. You get it, the pun, because it was Amazing Spider-Man the game? Okay. Just a generic run-of-the-mill capture the bad guys was the story, and that kind of hurt the overall game, but for the feel of it, it kicked ass and comes out at number 3.
Man, it's love triangle. It's all I'm around. Hey, but it's got me.
Spider-Man Web of Shadows comes in at number 2, and this was a hard one for me to judge because Amazing was really close. I didn't know which one I liked more, but the thing is that, true, the voice acting really sucked, and the game also had a few glitches like Spider-Man 2. However, the aerial combat was great. The jumping off bad guys to the next one, it was just a lot of fun and worked really well. The boss fights were handled mostly well, and the city was fun to swing around in. It's tied with Amazing Spider-Man for me, but this just comes slightly a little bit better just because I had a better story in the end. Now, I know not everyone will agree with me, but at number 1, Shattered Dimensions is my favorite Spider-Man game. And you'd be like, what? How could you not pick, like, one of the Maximum Carnage or something from the NES series, James, or Whity, or blah, blah, blah? Well, because Shattered Dimensions just captured everything I really wanted in a Spider-Man game. First off, playing as 4 different Spideys was like a dream come true for me. The Noir was this dark and scary Spider-Man that used stealth. Ultimate was just the funny as heck, badass teenage Spider-Man. Amazing was, well, you know, a cool adventure. And 2099, being a futuristic and interesting world, was fun to fight in. Sure, the web slinging was limited and it was a linear game, but the missions were solid. The boss fights were fun. The story was decent, and best of all, they tried all these different styles and all of them worked pretty well, making it a blast to play each and every mission trying a different, you know, version of Spider-Man. I love Shattered Dimensions, and it is easily my number 1 Spidey game. So there you have it. That's my list of Spider-Man games. I want to hear your list of your top favorite 5 Spider-Man games. And any suggestions on the next 5 for anything, just let me know. But this is the end for top 5 Spider-Man games. Whitey, what is he out? Was he out? Was he out? Oh yeah, Whitey's out.